Hello, dear viewers of Secrets Behind the Stars. Welcome back to the channel. Before we dive into today's whirlwind, remember to hit subscribe and tap that like button so you never miss a moment from us. Now, buckle up. Barr's former co-star Artex made an appearance no one saw coming at Elson Sanga's new series launch, and the room practically stopped breathing. One moment it was a polished red carpet, the next it was a charged storm of whispers and phones held high. Was this a sign? Were old threads being tugged again? The industry felt that familiar tremor, the kind that happens when two names with history start orbiting each other once more. It all picked up speed the second Elson posted her selective, elegantly worded invitation on social media, announcing the gala with her usual grace. She was luminous in the teaser, poised, warm, a touch of mystery lighting her eyes. No one expected Barr to be among the guests. He's the picture of classic screen charisma. A gentleman presence, calm and composed, the sort who doesn't need to shout to fill the room. And yet, just minutes before the lights went down, there he was, tailored black suit, precise lines, quiet authority in every step. Cameras pivoted like sunflowers to the light. Journalists surged forward. Barr did not grandstand, he never does. He simply offered a brief statement, and it landed like a tremor. I'll always stand behind Elson's work. She's an exceptional artist, someone I respect deeply. That one sentence carried the old electricity that fans of epic on-screen pairings recognize instantly. Social media exploded in seconds, clips looped endlessly of Barr on the carpet, the flash of cameras catching the subtle curve of his smile, stitched side by side with Elson's serene grin on stage. Comments poured in, some connections never dim. When two souls understand each other, they find their way back, and countless variations that pulled at nostalgia. Fan-made edits popped up with soft transitions, staccato cuts from their past collaborations, and an unspoken hope running like a current beneath it all. Throughout the evening, the audience began trading stories about what they'd seen, as if pooling together puzzle pieces. Even if Barr and Elson didn't sit together, that didn't blunt the air between them. The energy was fine-threaded but unmistakable. Glances intercepted mid-conversation, eyes that slid and caught the way only two people with shared history know how to do. There was a moment, especially, that made even insiders lean forward. Elson took the stage to thank her team, but her words landed deeper, like a small door opening. Sometimes paths separate, she told the room, so we can look again, more truthfully, at what was always special. The phrase was gentle, yet the applause rose like a wave, filling the hall with a steady roar. Cameras, unblinking sentinels that they are, panned to Barr and caught it, a quiet smile, the kind that is all memory and restraint, reading on his face like ink beneath the skin. A source close to Elson, one of those soft-voiced figures who slip in and out of rooms without drawing attention, shared a detail that sent speculation into overdrive. Barr insisted on being there tonight, the source confided. He wanted to share this moment with her. That says everything. It was a sentence that brushed just short of confession, offering a space where the audience could draw their own luminous line. Hours later, Barry's posted a black and white backstage photo, grainy, artistic, almost nostalgic in the way monochrome always is. Elson, seen from behind, stood near the wings, light hugging her silhouette as if the stage itself were greeting her. His caption was simple, yet loaded: when talent and courage come together, art flourishes. Was it a secret message? A professional salute? Both? The comments argued in multitudes, but no one disputed one thing: the bond that threaded through the post felt real, felt present, felt like something not finished. The image's silence spoke louder than paragraphs ever could, and it matched Barr's own style, elegant, deliberate, steeped in old-school care. By the following morning, the press had mobilized. Microphones angled forward, motor drives clicked, and everyone waited for the slightest shift in expression. Elson, always composed, met them with a single line that could be read a dozen ways. Sometimes silent presences speak louder than 1,000 words. It sounded like poetry, or a boundary, or both. The sentence slipped through every newsroom like a ribbon, tying together segments and fueling discussions on talk shows across the region. Behind the curtain, another puzzle piece emerged. A production technician. Hands still inked with tape residue, voice low like someone unaccustomed to the spotlight, revealed that Bari had spent most of the event backstage, keeping out of sight. Near the end, he and Elson found a pocket of time together, just a few minutes, yet charged enough to leave a mark. The technician swore it was intimate. They held hands, he whispered, almost as if he wasn't supposed to say it out loud. It was brief, but it meant something. Then came a chorus of fan rediscoveries, resurfacing old interviews like seashells after the tide. Bari always knew how to make me laugh, even on the hardest days, one clip replayed. Another flashed, Elson shines. Working with her was one of the best moments of my career. The internet is relentless when it goes digging for history, and this time, it struck a vein. 2 days after the launch, Elson posted a short video. 2 porcelain cups, coffee steaming quietly on a small table, nothing else in the frame but the hum of familiarity. It was achingly simple, almost domestic, and instantly fans remembered an old post from years back. One Bari had shared, 2 cups, a caption about time making conversations better. Nostalgia is a powerful solvent, it seeped into every scroll, dissolving skepticism into curiosity. As if to pour gas on the fire, a blurred photo surfaced from a boutique hotel. Grainy, imperfect, caught at just the right laugh, it seemed to freeze time. The way they leaned toward each other, as if gravity had a preference, the kind of unguarded smiling that people do only when they feel safe. Whether taken a moment ago or in another year hardly mattered, the feeling in it did the work. Of course, the official stance tried to steer the ship. Elson's representative delivered a crisp statement: Ms. Sangu appreciates the support of her fans. Her focus remains on her new project. She will not be commenting on her personal life at this time. A clean boundary line. But boundaries never stopped a trending wave. Every pause, every angle, every glance was suddenly evidence to someone, and the old hashtag flickered back to life, #LaSonbears, riding the algorithm like a comet. A body language expert, called into a live broadcast with dramatic music and slow-motion replays, studied Bari's frame by frame. "Look at the way he looks at her," the expert murmured, pausing on the slight lift at the corner of his mouth, the subtle tilt of his head. "That's not just professional admiration. That's restrained feeling. Nostalgia. And something unresolved." The audience clung to each syllable. Clips from their past projects resurfaced with romantic tracks, carefully timed dissolves, soft focus, homages to a dynamic that felt both polished and undeniably human. Then another thread pulled taut. Word began to spread that Bar had turned down 2 major international offers in the days following the event, choosing to remain close to home. It could be strategic caution, it could be something else. The timing invited questions that no press release could quiet. Would the 2 of them build something new out of old foundations? Was this only a period of respectful support, or the quiet overture to a larger symphony? What made the night so captivating wasn't just the surface sparkle. It was who Bar and Elson are beneath the headlines. He carries that veteran aura, a steady, thoughtful charisma, the kind that ages well because it isn't about volume but about weight. She brings a refined glow, a cosmopolitan ease, the blend of discipline and warmth you see when someone has worked across worlds and cultures. Together, they have always created a calm storm, a chemistry that doesn't need fireworks because the current is built in. No official confirmation of a joint project has emerged, and yet the sense that something is forming, slowly, carefully, quietly hums under everything. Fans, ever devoted, are doing what fans do best, reading tea leaves in interviews, finding parallels in wardrobes, tracking flights, building timelines. Did Elson's choice of metallic tones mirror a premiere dress from years ago? Did Bar's watch, yes, the watch, reappear on his wrist after a long absence? And what about that gentle half-step he took toward the stage as she spoke, the one that looked natural, instinctive, protective? None of these details can stand alone as proof. Together, they sketch an outline that's hard to ignore. Behind it all sits a reality everyone understands yet hopes to defy. Life pulls people apart and brings them back in unpredictable ways. Sometimes it's work, geography, or timing. Sometimes it's just the quiet drift that happens when you're rushing forward. And sometimes it's something else, something as simple as 2 cups of coffee that feel like a promise, or an old photograph that reminds you a future can be rebuilt. So here's where we are tonight. There's no official announcement of a reunion, personal or professional. There's no press junket scheduled for both of them. There's only a string of small moments, each lighting up the next, and a community of people who believe that stories worth telling don't end just because the credits rolled once before. If this is the beginning of another chapter, it's being written with care and patience, in glances and gestures and quiet posts that don't spell it out but let you feel it. What do you think? Was Bar's move a sign of reconciliation, or a loyal friend showing up at the right time? Would you want to see them together again, on screen, or perhaps in real life? Drop your thoughts in the comments. Your theories, your edits, your timelines, we want to see it all. And for more exclusive updates, make sure you're subscribed to Secrets Behind the Stars. Trust us, this story is far from over, and when the next piece clicks into place, you'll want to be here when it happens.